I'm from Group 1. Project name is Social Responsible Investment. Our group members are Nagasai Kiran, Farhan Mohammed, Samarth Yadav, Harshal Patil, Kusha, myself, and Jeff Lewis. Problem statement for our project is to solve the problem of investing in a social responsible company by providing real-time data and a study about the company's revenue, also the expenditure of the company in past years, and we also provide details of like if the company is making profit in the running year, which is directly related with the stock prices, which can fall or rise in future, and promoting the customer if it's not socially responsible. Next slide, please. Okay, for the user story, our first user is Christian Blaine, whose age is 26, and he's a California-based small business lawyer who is one of the most engaged social responsible investor. He also believes that everyone should include, whether it's a small business or a large scale business, everyone should divert their business to positive impact. Uh, as an investor, he wants to invest money in companies that believes in basic value. Also, he also invests in companies with simply good, which are simply good for business in a long term run. Blaine does his research by looking at companies that focuses on green technology and working towards being carbon negative or have a certificate B Corp status. And with all these requirements that Christian is looking for, we have the website integrated in a way that all the companies that stocks are provided are all diverted more towards socially responsible investments. And socially responsible investments rating would also be visible on our website with the company. Next slide, please. Our next user is Simon Mainwaring, whose age is 20. He is a branding expert and author. He often explains to his consumer how the business revolution will save the future. He recommends moving in personal investments and retirement funds to socially responsible investments. Investing in socially responsible funds is a high standard of behavior according to his beliefs. And according to him, SRI funds actually produces higher amount of profit in return and comparing with other companies. Next story, please. Our next user is Tim Horton, whose age is 50, and he's a social media lawyer who is also in support of businesses, particularly those that are ecologically friendly and the ones that supports recyclable goods. Additionally, he also identifies green economy businesses with above average development potential. He is willing to invest in business that strive to improve human well-being and increase economic efficiency while lowering the environmental hazards. Companies who provide services and assist economics adapting to solving or mitigating the effect of important environmental as well as economical systematic concerns are encouraged to apply. Looking at all the criterias of the user, our website, as I said earlier, provides a SRI, which is social responsible investing rating of each and every individual company stocks we have on our website. Next slide, please. Customer journey map would be explained by Farhan.
Yeah, hi, hello everyone. My name is Muhammad Farhan, and I'll be explaining the customer journey map. So yeah, basically the customer journey map is a visual representation of a customer experience. Like when a customer is going to visit our website, or when he is using our services, or yeah, when he is using our website, the f- the kind of interaction that he is going to have with our website. So we are going to go through with that in the next slide, in the coming slide. Here it is. So here I have taken a persona like Donna. She's a recent college graduate, and she wants to invest her money, hard-earned money, and she wants to invest in a company which is socially responsible. She is very conscious about her investments. So when initial phase, okay, let's start. In the initial phase, when Donna visits our website, she will actually sign up with our SRI account. She has to create a sign up account. Once the account is created, she has to update her mailing address, email address, and everything. If once these two steps are done, then Donna has to log in, and she will be redirected towards the dashboard or home page. Yeah, once she has successfully logged in, what user can do, like what Donna can do within our website. Donna can search for basic companies options. She can search among different companies. We have different companies categorized, so she can search whatever she was looking for. Once she select a particular country, company that she once she selects a particular company in which she is willing to invest. Once she selected, she can see the company growth overall, and in what way the company is investing for the past few years, whether it is investing in something, in a ecologically way speaking. Then yeah, if they are spending more over environment, environment protection, socially, it means they are socially responsible. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So like here we can see she selects a particular company. She can see company's current financial market status, its growth, and latest. Donna can also compare two different companies using our website. So what is our website going to do? She has a social SRI website will redirect her to a third-party financial website that can complete her investment smoothly. So yeah, that's what we can do. Once we have redirected her, we will take her feedback from a survey form, which will help SRI website and us to improve more, for further operations. Yep. Coming into the competition that we have. So basically, we will SRI website. We will be providing all the services for free. If you go to the Yahoo Finance or FinWiz or MarketWatch, all these services are paid services. They won't let you see use their services until unless you pay some some amount of money, or there is some sort of subscription charges. And we also provide free article. We are trying to get it financial data, historical data about it. We are trying to get more analytical and graphical data, so that user can analyze how the financial market of a particular company will be. And trending tickers, definitely yes, and company ticker charts, yes. All these guys provide this information, but these are paid. So basically we will be providing this for free. Next, yeah, then we have a Jira timeline. Yeah, everything is done. Most of these things are done. Retrospective on meetings, all we were, yeah, we are little bit behind that timeline. We did miss few things in our product backlog. There are a few things which are of high priority. We are missing those things. We are still working on it, but most of the things are here done. We are in continuous continuous communication within our among our team members. So yeah, we are doing everything to meet the project in deadline. So yeah, the next product backlog will be explained by Mr. Kiran. He will explain the things that we are lagging. So yeah, everything is fine. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Nagasai Kiran Nimakaila and I'm going to present the product backlog. A product backlog is a prioritized list of deliverables that should be implemented as a part of product development. In our product backlog, the first task is the website domain, where the website domain needs to be purchased and its priority is low, since it would be executed at the later stages. And the second task is a Google article, and it is regarding finding the mechanism for generating articles, and its priority is medium. And coming to third task, it is a API for stock prices and companies, where it has to be integrated with Google Finance or probably Yahoo Finance or Vantage API, and its priority is pretty high. And coming to the fourth task, it is pseudocode, where it needs to be write algorithms and determine its functionalities, and its priority would be medium. And coming to next slide, can you change the slide, please? Uh, uh, we have sprint backlog, and it is a subset of product backlog that team targets the deliver during a sprint index in order to accomplish the sprint goal and make progress towards a desired outcome. The first sprint task is the module. The first sprint task is the module is brainstorming, and its priority is high. The issues encountered is team members had different challenges for different features, and its status is in progress. And coming to the Spring 2 task, it's a weekly stand-up meeting, and its priority is medium. And the issues encountered are time management, and the status was incomplete due to certain personal issues. So coming to next slides, Samar will take over it. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Samarth, and I'll be explaining the minimum viable product that we will be making with this website. So basically, a minimum viable product is a version of product with just enough features to be usable by earlier customers and who can provide genuine feedback. And based upon that feedback, we can further make the changes during our development. So the market that we are targeting is the investment field in which people nowadays are looking forward to invest their money rather than keeping it in the bank where it is depreciating. Like, I don't know if some of you guys know or not, but like here in the United States, if above a certain amount of money you keep it in the bank, you are supposed to pay the bank to keep your money in their bank. And we are targeting the people who are looking for a reliable and trustable source which will guide them to invest in the firm where their investment will be safe and will give them decent returns. And so our target audience is millennials and Gen Z, which are facing problems. Taking myself as an example, I want a trustable and reliable free source which will help me and to research about my investments and provide genuine information based upon which I can schedule and put my investments in safe funds. Can you move to the next slide? So how are we solving the problem? So we are solving the problem by providing the service for free and building the trust with customers. So basically, we are building the trust by not tracking them or storing their data, which is like pretty much nowadays common. Like every other websites, whenever you log in using your Gmail, they basically track you like and push advertisements based upon that. And nowadays, like people really care about their privacy and data, so we won't be tracking them. That is like one of our problems that will be solving this. And uh, and the other problem that our MVP will solve is to solve the problem of keeping their investments safe, and by providing real-time data and study about the company's revenue in the past years, which is like directly related to their stock prices. If a company is making profit or if it is in loss, we will guide you like whether your investment would be safe or not if you invest in a certain company. So is there a place of our product in the market? Yes, definitely. And like there are similar services out there, but most of them are paid, and they like really charge a hefty amount for that. And we are selling our service for free and guiding people to a safe investment path. Can you move to the next slide? So basically, this is the minimum viable step for a user that we will be using to to get a genuine feedback at the early stage. So basically, this is like the minimum viable step for a user. User will log into our website. Login is optional. Why we have kept login as optional? Because nowadays people like don't want to log in, or they just want to access to the information directly without logging in. So we have kept it optional. Now user will search for a company, and we have all the financial data provided on our website. So basically data pops up user which will suggest the user whether it would be a good idea to invest in a certain company. And if the user find that information satisfactory, and after that we will pop up a valuable feedback page which user will fill. And the moment we receive the feedback, it the user will be redirected to the third party website where he can further move forward with the investments. And based upon the valuable feedback that we'll be getting, we will be making further changes upon the received feedback from the user. Next slide.
Hi friends, I'm Harshal. I'm explaining the test cases about our project, and these test cases are based on our MVP. And the test we will use these test cases to test our MVP. Like we have this, we will have our home page on the website, which will have three buttons. First one is sign up, login, and the search. For the search, for the sign up button, we will check the email ID is correct or not, and the user will need an email account to sign up to our website. And the steps are for the testing are like enter email, password, and confirm password, and then click on sign up button. And if the test case gets succeed, then it will sign up is successful and it will return to the home page again. After returning to the home page, user will have to click on login, and to the user will have to enter the email ID and password, and we will check that with our database, and login will be successful, and it will open the SRI dashboard. Our third test is the search bar. After on home button, there will be a search button. So after clicking on search button, the search bar will open, and the user have to give the correct name for the stock or company, and we will check with our we will check that the name is correct or not. And user must have to know what she or he is looking for. And after it gets completed, the website will show that company name and details of the company. We will have one more button after searching, after displaying the details, to compare the stock prices or anything related to company with another one. But for that, user need to select the business sector where she or he wants to compare the uh, stocks or the details. For this, he have to enter the name of business sector and to compare the. Okay, so it will open the it will open the comparison of uh, two companies whichever he searched for. And after that, when he gets satisfied with our results, he he will he will get a form to give us a feedback about our website. So in the feedback form, they have to enter the feedback and click on submit. And they, after submitting, they will get a thank you message, and there will be another list of buttons where we will direct the user to the third party uh, sites where he or she can invest in their stocks. Next slide. And we have our updated our GitHub account, and here is the screenshot of the GitHub account. And from here, the Luis will take the explanation part. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jeffrey Louis Jacques. The section I'm gonna touch base on is the retrospective for deliverables 2. So for starters, what went well, we divided our deliverable assignments early throughout the process, literally 2 days after our last class before the spring break. That Saturday, we had a stand-up meeting. We divided everything up. What could be improved with that process? It was great that we divided it up, but it was not so good that we didn't follow up and actually get things done in a timely fashion. We did assign a few items, but there hasn't been any real follow-up amongst the team as far as who did what. And overall, that's preventing us from actually having time to review it as a collective and really provide some real insight in our presentations. The action items for that is we need to meet as an overall group and discuss the different blockers that's preventing us from attending our stand-up meetings. And ultimately, if we need to find a new time for the team to meet, that's going to be the goal. The second item that went well for us is leveraging Jira. So with Jira, it actually helps us see our timeline. In our last presentation, we mentioned that waterfall funnel that we get from it, which is pretty great. It definitely has called out the important dates that we need to monitor. If we could do it again, I would require that everyone be transparent about their time commitment on a weekly basis to manage expectations. Even though Jira is great and is showing us our timeline, if the overall team is not meeting the deadlines, it kind of defeats the purpose. So the action item for that is actually going to be to reassign Jira the overall timeline. Because as of right now, we are behind on all of our deliverables, from just researching our APIs, even starting to write some script, the front end, and overall just having our stand-up meetings has been a challenge. So yeah, that's that. Another thing we did well, we picked a project that's multi-layered and it requires a bit of research on APIs, front-end design, UI, UX, etc., DB and RDS implementation, basically building out the back end. So it's great overall for just learning in this program. What can be improved is if we can do it again, as a team leader, I would only agree on a project that everyone was motivated to actually build as a passion project beyond just a grade. I think these, at least for me, these are some of my last classes and it's not enjoyable. Sorry to say that on camera, but it's not. I just wish it was a better experience to say, oh, I did this really cool project when I was doing my master's. So as of right now, I think it's just more like, it's kind of like the professor would mention, just technical debt just to get it done. But, personally, I was hoping, I didn't know what to expect for my final project. I thought it was going to be an individual thing, which I feel like I would have had more control over, but since it's a group project, it is what it is. But on the lighter note, the takeaway from all of that is we could leverage Miro to do whiteboarding, and ultimately talk about the different features. Even though we can't necessarily change the project at this point to get everyone excited about it, but at least we could whiteboard it. Ultimately determine the skill sets that could help accomplish these things, and ultimately just figure out our tech stack. With Miro, it's actually a great tool that allows us to literally whiteboard, but digitally. So we could put links, we could do anything that we need to kind of just think through the process. Everyone can contribute at real time. So yeah, so that's something I want to implement going forward, since we do have a lot of layers to our build. And also what went well, we have identified the different SaaS models that can help us accomplish our goals, and also the open source technologies that are available out there. Again, the problem is we haven't used a visual tool to ultimately whiteboard the key priorities. So in other words, is our first step considering the UI, and then, or is the first step really the API, and then identifying what we want to pull from the API, and then we decide the UI. So it's kind of like, it's a lot of nuances in all of these things. So we haven't really identified that. However, I have implemented Miro to help us ultimately visualize all the moving parts, and we could save links, inspirations, etc. Within that project link. So it's a great tool that I hope that we could leverage. So what can be improved as a last step is, again, we're still doing our assignments last minute, and there's no commitment to doing this as a true passion project. And unfortunately, it is what it is. But I think that would have been a great opportunity for us as a collective to struggle and really learn something valuable with this last project that we have, or one of the last projects we have for this program, at least for me anyway. So I think the action item for that is really just discussing what's required for the overall group to get, everyone invested in getting this thing done in a timely fashion. Because I think as a collective, we all have that concern. So I just want to say, I think overall, when it comes to these retrospectives, they're actually a great tool to just help us all slow down and think about what's working, what's not working. But beyond that, really just, again, instead of just last minute thinking about, or at the end of the program thinking about, oh, X, Y, and Z could have been done better. This is kind of like a great way on reflecting on what's working, on what's not working, and self-correcting relatively fast. So I'm actually very grateful to have the opportunity to do the retrospective for this deliverable, because I think it's helping me just realize it's not really that this class is not necessarily about building anything per se. It's more about learning how to work as a team, which I think is it's kind of like an eye opener for me. So yeah, that is our retrospective, and I'm Jeff B. Bye-bye.